Hey, I'm JJ. Welcome back to the Georgetown Recreation Center, and thanks for joining us for another one of our virtual fitness classes. My coworker Riggin will be here to assist in the demonstrating of the different exercises that we're going to be doing. Today is actually a little bit of a different workout for us today, and it's going to be more of a demonstration, and this is for the citywide Murph that's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. A Murph is a CrossFit style workout that consists of different body weight exercises as well as running for the cardio aspect. And the Murph is the actual event itself is a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats, and then finished off by another 1 mile run. And so there's actually a 4-week workout program that consists of all those different aspects of the workout. So you're doing all the things that you would do in the event a couple of weeks from now, and you're doing it as you're building up. And so the workouts that help prepare you for it is 90-yard sprint, and then 15 pull-ups, 15 push-ups, and 15 air squats. And for the next 4 weeks, you're going to do all of those exercises, and you're going to do the first week, you're going to do 1 round of all those. The second week, you're going to do 2 rounds, 3 rounds, and it's going to continue to ascend all the way up until your day of your event. However, we know that with the current situation that we're in, you might not have access to the equipment that you need to be able to do some of these exercises, or you might not have access to space to go and do all the running that you need to do to prepare for it. So we're here to provide you some different alternatives that are going to give you those options during your training period, and also maybe some alternative exercises that can help improve your performance on the day of the event. So the first that we're going to do, since a lot of you guys might not have a pull-up bar, we're going to show some alternative options for pull-ups. Pull-ups are going to primarily focus on core and lower and upper back muscles to help improve your endurance and your form for your run. And so we're going to go ahead, we're going to have Riggin get down on his stomach here. We don't have a pull-up bar in here, obviously, and some of you guys might not have one at home or access to one with our gyms being closed. But we're going to work the same muscles here, and this exercise is called swimmers. And so if you're familiar with Superman, which is you're going to come up, Riggin, go ahead and jump into a Superman there, okay? So you can see both of his arms and his legs are off the ground, his chest is up, and he's not looking straight forward. He's still just looking with his nose straight down in front of him to not put any strain on his neck. And now he's going to pretend like he's got a penny right between, and he's passing it hand to hand with his feet still off the ground, his thighs off the ground, and his chest off the ground. This move right here is still contracting all of these upper lats and the middle spine. And also, while he's holding his body up and his thighs up, his core is contracted the entire time. All great moves and exercises that are needed for your run, also inclusive of when you need to get to the pull-ups on the day of your event. So that's one alternative that you can add to your mix if you're not able to access a pull-up bar, or if you're just looking for an alternative option to help strengthen those muscles and in addition to doing pull-ups. The second one, if you wouldn't mind grabbing the dumbbells, is a upright row. Same muscle groups, except for you're going to add a little bit more of your outside lats on the shoulders. And all this is obviously if you only have access to dumbbells or perhaps even some exercise bands that could also be of an option for you. And so all you're really doing is just like you're pulling up your pants. You're just pulling the weight straight up, and you're going to go right below the chin, and he's still just pinching those shoulder blades together back here, and he's coming straight up. Not going any higher than the chin. He's bringing it right up to the chin. Tip of the day is don't smash your face and don't knock your teeth out. Okay, good. And if you want to go to a side angle here, we're going to go to the third and final exercise that are going to help improve on the back is, if you wouldn't mind going into a bent over flat back position. You can put the palms going straight back. So we're going to do some back lat raises. Back flies here, and all he's doing is the same muscle group, Okay, just a different movement, different exercise. He's got the core engaged here. He's got the back nice and flat, no arch in the back, and he's driving the muscles, or driving the dumbbells straight to the ceiling. And notice how his gaze is not out in front of him. It's straight down, and just as if there was a book in front of him, to make sure that he's not putting any strain on his neck. Go ahead and relax. So that would be your back modifications. So the muscles that are going to help you strengthen your spine, strengthen your lats, and strengthen your core. Again, if you don't have access to a pull-up bar, or if you're just looking for some alternative options, those are 3 great ones right there. Cardio. We're going to grab a jump rope. You can also jump rope on air if you don't have an actual jump rope. But the one great thing I want to mention about jump ropes is, especially if you haven't been running and you're planning on participating in this event or any kind of running, 5K preparation, jump rope in small doses to begin is a great way to get your strength and your mobility in your ankles as well as your calves built up prior to the actual event. And so it's great because you're also working on your core, your hamstrings, your quads, and your calves, as well as strengthening the mobility. So we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of just jump ropes here. Now it's a 90-yard sprint for the Murph preparation. Obviously we can't go and measure this in yards, so we're gonna do a 90-second jump rope. And so you just want to make sure that you're keeping your feet together. You can alternate. You can do different types of footwork to change it up, challenge yourself, get the family involved. But this is a great opportunity to help improve the mobility as well as the stability in the ankles. Go ahead and relax. And also, so if you don't have access to a jump rope, and you're also trying to look at changing up your cardio routine, we're just going to go do good old-fashioned jumping jacks. And so Regan's just going to demonstrate some jumping jacks here. Just, hands and feet going out at the same time. If you need to do a modification for warm-up here, you can just go side to side without adding the impact to the actual move. Go ahead and relax. So those are both 2 great cardio exercises. One does require a jump rope. However, you can jump rope on air. No need to have a jump rope. However, if you do have one, getting over that little tiny rope makes that just a little bit more of a challenge than jump roping on air. And then of course, the jumping jacks is also another great alternative. The third exercise is push-ups. So not a lot of alternatives to push-ups here because there's really only one way to get better at push-ups, and that's doing more push-ups. And so you want to get up into a plank position for starters. If you could just start right there. The biggest thing that you want to do is you don't want to have a sag in your back here, nor do you want your butt to be up in the air, okay? Both of those are saying my core is disengaged. When you're running, doing pull-ups, push-ups, you want that core to be engaged. The biggest way to do that is to squeeze your buttocks and push your heels back towards the back side of the room. If you do those 2 things, your core is automatically going to be engaged. Okay, and all you're going to do is go down, and you want to just have basically like somebody's fist is down there, and you can do. There's a variety of different ways to do push-ups. You can do push-ups kind of like how Regan's doing here, with his elbows going back. Now, if you need to do as many as what you need to do for the event, go ahead and relax. Which is a good chunk of push-ups, 200 of them, as a matter of fact. You might want to just go a little bit wider. So take your hands just outside the mat a little bit. Wider push-ups they are easier because it involves more of your chest rather than your shoulders. This will also be able to give you a better opportunity to hit that number on the day of the event. So if you can go ahead and show them just a couple of wide push-ups. Perfect. So notice keeping that core engaged. His head is not looking out forward. His gaze is still straight down. Can't stress that enough. You don't want to make sure that you're putting any strain into your neck. Go ahead and relax. If you're looking for a modification, if you're just starting into your push-ups, go ahead and start off on your knees, okay? Now, the biggest thing is on a standard push-up, you can just sit up for a real quick second. You want to make sure when you're starting on your knees that your shoulders aren't in front of your fingers. of your hands, okay? So you want to make sure that you're leveraging your weight, okay? So you're utilizing the chest. So notice how I'm at an angle here. So that way when I do go down, okay, I'm still using the chest. If I'm back here, and I'm going to go into a standard push-up, which is what I want, okay, here, now that I'm leveraging, my weight is in front of my hands, okay? So go ahead and demonstrate that for us. Reagan, get your hands, there you go. And notice how he's at an angle here, okay? So he's gonna be leveraging to utilize his chest. Awesome, okay? Again, you're gonna be adding rounds, 15 reps each. First week is gonna be 15, one round, and then you're gonna ascend all the way up until the day of the event. Go ahead and relax. Okay, if you're looking for some alternative options, you can do some diamond push-ups like Mike showed in some of his workouts, where you got your hands together. You can do some military where your hands are close. You can do some bike kickstand push-ups where you're trying to just focus on one arm at a time, going to the side here, okay? You can do the same thing on the other side, okay? Lots of alternatives to change up your push-up routine so you're not doing the same old thing all the time. And the final is your air squats, okay? So if you want to give a side profile here, quick, a standard squat. So what you're going to have to do on the day of the event is just a standard squat. So you can get your feet just a hair wider. You want to go just a hair outside of hip width. So if you want to just go sit down in a squat here, we're going to challenge Reagan a little bit, okay? Keeping that chest and shoulders back. Good, okay? Look at that, nice flat back. That's just what we're looking for, okay? Want to try to sit back just a hair longer, okay? Got his knees behind his toes, go ahead and relax, okay? So that's what you're going to need to do. You're doing air squats. You're just going up and down, okay? So that's what you're going to do on the day of the event. Some alternative exercises that you can do is, why don't you face the camera, is one-legged squats, okay? So go ahead and you're going to drive the one leg back and try to keep that foot off the ground, okay? So you're just trying to work, again, kind of like on the jump rope, the mobility. If you need to tap down when you're doing this, totally fine. Maintain that balance. Okay, maintain that balance. Go ahead and relax. Now to incorporate other muscle groups as a part of the squats, we're gonna go into a plie, okay? So your toes are facing out. The plie squat, it focuses on your inner thighs, okay, and your inner hamstrings to help improve the strength, which is another great large muscle group that you want to incorporate into your squat as well as your running routine, okay? And all you're gonna do is, you can go hands on your hips, or you can go hands together in a prayer form, and you're just going down into a squat. Legs getting down to 90, your knees are staying behind your toes, and you're working on the plie squat, okay? Just like Reagan's demonstrating here. Perfect. Go ahead and relax. Okay, and the final is not actually some sort of squat, but it's a strengthening exercise for your quads, which are gonna be huge for your squats and huge for your run. So if you can go ahead and get down into tabletop, do a side profile. And try to get your knees right underneath your hips, okay? Perfect, and then bring your toes together. And so what is he gonna do here is he's gonna come up. I'm gonna move those dumbbells for you so you don't hit them. So if you could bring your knees off the ground, the closer to the ground, the better. So about 2 inches off the ground, okay? That's where the challenge is. Are you feeling that burn here in the quads? Okay, he hasn't even started yet. So all he's gonna do is alternate. He's gonna go left, center, right, center, left. Okay, so if you could just hop back and forth, small hops. So this is gonna be a little cardio. So do both feet at the same time. There you go. Okay, now the challenge is here, 2 inches off the ground. Don't bring your butt in the air. You're just moving the feet, okay? And you're working the quads. Good, relax. Relax. Awesome. All right, those are 4 of the moves that you're going to have to do: your run, your push-ups, your pull-ups, and your squats. Those are some alternative exercises that you can do during your training period. If you have any questions or you need any other advice, we're more than happy to help you here at the Recreation Center. Hey, best of luck to you on the Murph, and we can't wait to see you out there.